Hi everyone, welcome to the Climate Launchpad Global Final 2021. My name is Lisette Wellens and I'll be your host for the coming days. I am super excited to see so many green innovations and I can't wait to watch all the pitches. I'm sure you guys also can't wait to get started, but before we dive into the semi-finals, I'd like to tell you something more in advance. As you know, you're going to pitch against each other on the international stage of the Global Final. It takes part in two stages. We have the semi-finals today and the grand final on Friday. Only 16 teams will make it to that grand final and tomorrow we know who. How do we select the top 16 winners? All pitches are divided in 7 different topics, green topics. The top 2 of each of those topics will enter the grand final. That leaves 2 spots in the top 16 and those will be filled with 2 wildcards for teams that made an exceptional impression on the jury. The overall winner receives 10,000 euros, the runner-up gets 5,000 euros and the ID that comes in third place wins 2,500 euros. And the entire top 16 wins direct access to the Climate Launchpad Accelerator program. But winning is overrated. The real prize is that you get to build your business and find a customer that's willing to pay for your product. Climate Launchpad helps you just do that. Now, let's get this party started and let me begin by welcome the one and only woman leading Climate Launchpad to the stage, Emily Bronsing.
Hi,
welcome. Nice to see you.
Welcome. Nice. Hi. Welcome everybody here on the 8th edition of the Climate Launchpad program this year. And a special welcome, of course, to all our entrepreneurs, the national leads, the trainers, of course, the moderators, and all the 28 jury members that will be involved today. Yeah, for selecting the best top 16.
Yeah.
So very excited.
Yeah, I have some questions for you. Let's start with something about the competition. What's it like this year?
This year we started the program in March, April. We received more than 2,150 applications in more than 55 countries.
Wow.
And out of those 2,000, more or less 2,000 applications, we selected 900 teams that went through all the different boot camps, 2-day boot camps, and afterwards they received follow-up sessions. And afterwards we trained them for the national final. And there they needed to pitch. And the top 3 of each national final was selected for the regional final. And out of those 6 regional finals we had, we selected the best 70 teams. And those teams will pitch their ideas today.
Wow, it's a long way, and now they're here.
It's a very long way. Yeah, it's a very long way. So we trained them well. So
yeah, well, I'm very curious. The pitches will start right away. Do you have a last piece of advice for the teams?
Yeah, that's more focused on the Q&A, I guess. Yeah, during the Q&A, yeah, my way, we train them well, so they know what to do. And I think, yeah, for them the best is to put all their energy and all their skills in it, and to wait a sec before they start answering the questions.
First think, then talk.
So, for example, yeah.
Okay. And what are the criteria that the jury is going to use?
The jury will take a look at, of course, market impact, but also the technical impact, the skills of the team, but also, of course, the climate impact and the social one.
Yeah, there's a lot on stake. Well, yeah. I'm very, very curious how it will end up. Thank you, Emily Bronsing, for being here for now, and we'll see you back, well, very many more times during the coming days.
Yeah, thank you, and good luck for the entrepreneurs. Thanks.
Yeah, in a matter of moments now, all participating teams will go into their own pitching room by using a Zoom link. Teams, if you haven't done so already, please go into your rooms right now. And you will not be able to watch the pitches live today, but they will all be made available to watch on our website from tomorrow on. Also tomorrow is day 2 of our global final when we pick up this live stream at noon CEST. Former Climate Launchpad participants will then tell their stories about, well, how did they get so successful, but also what didn't go that well during their journeys. Yeah, and it's very exciting because we will also announce the top 16 who get to pitch in the grand final on Friday. All right, enough said. Teams, are you ready for some serious pitching? Are the room bosses and moderators ready? And also members of the jury, are you ready? The Climate Launchpad Global Final 2021 is now officially open. Good luck and break a leg.
Let's start. So, hello. Welcome to the Global Grand Final of Climate Launchpad 2021. And this is the Urban Solutions pitching room. And I am very excited to see you all here. My name is Julia. You can call me Julia if you would like to. I am the national lead of ClimateLaunchpad in Lithuania. I have been involved in the competition for 6 years now. So I've seen it grow like crazy over the years. And now I'm very excited and honored to be a moderator today. So the first thing I want to say is congratulations on being here. As you heard in the opening, this year more than 2,000 teams have applied to participate in ClimateLaunchpad. And the best teams have competed in the national programs. Then they pitched in the national finals. Those who won then got invited to the regional finals, competed there. And here today at the Global Grand Final, we have a creme de la creme, the best 70 startups from all over the world. So please all turn on your cameras, unmute yourself for a moment. I will stop sharing my screen so we could see everyone. And please give yourself and each other a big round of applause for getting here. It's amazing. Congratulations. You did a great job just getting here. And if you're not against it, I would like to make the modern way of making selfies. So the screenshot. So just smile. Let's make a screenshot. It will be for the future memories. So 1, 2, 3, smile. Yeah, that's nice. I think that's nice. So maybe one day you will look at this picture and think,
do share us.
Well, this is where my billion-dollar business has started. So let's go for it. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for being here today. And one thing, I would like to add, even though this is big achievement just getting here, at the same time, it is just a very small step in your journey. So please don't get sad if you don't win. Enjoy the process, make the most out of it, make useful connections, and just have fun today. It's all about that. So I think we have one person in the waiting room. Yeah, nice. So I will quickly explain the house rules. So first things first, we are connecting from all over the world here. So let's have some patience for one another and for the technology as well. Hopefully we won't have many big technical problems, but in this virtual world, well, one can never be sure. So in case something goes wrong, do not panic. If something freezes or someone disconnects, we have some time, we can pause and then start from where we left off. So just relax. And the basic rules, so we asked everyone to rename themselves. I see that probably all of you have did it already. If you didn't, just put your team name before your own name. And from now on, please keep your cameras and microphones off and only turn it on when you are presenting. It will be easier for everyone. Your pitch will be announced and started by me, so you don't have to do anything. If you have any additional slides for questions and answers, you will be able to share it yourself. Just during the Q&A, just say that you want to share it. And you have them ready, of course. And at the end of the day, after the last pitch, I will ask the participants to leave the room and give some space for the jury members, but that's for later. And just a couple of game rules. So as you all know, all teams have 5 minutes for the pitch, which has been pre-recorded. So we will have a video, and after the video, you will have 5 minutes for questions and answers with the jury. And jury will evaluate your green business idea, while I will check if your slides are done according to the format requirements of ClimateLaunchpad. And even though the jury will make the decision today, the winners will be announced only tomorrow. So I guess some of you will have a sleepless night tonight. And 2 best teams from each pitching room plus 2 wildcards will get to pitch on the final stage on Friday. And additionally, all those 16 teams will get invited to the Climate-KIC ClimateLaunchpad Accelerator, which is a very nice opportunity. So just to recap, today is the day for the semifinals. There are 17 teams split into 7 pitch rooms, like this one, where all they have a friendly battle for success. Tomorrow, there will be a live stream, a talk show with CLP alumni, and the lucky 16 teams will be announced. And finally, on Friday, those 16 teams will pitch on the main stage. There will be some inspiring speeches. And at the end of the day, the winners of CLP 2021 will be announced. So before I introduce the jury, I would like to ask our room boss, Lottie, to unmute and say hi to everyone.
Hi, everyone. I'm your room boss today. I'm Lotte. If you have any problems with Zoom or anything, please just send me a text. You can also send me a WhatsApp message. You have my number. I'm in the group's chat. And I want to wish you all the good luck today. You can do it. And let's go.
yeah, let's go. Thank you, Lotte. So as you heard, Lotte is doing her magic here. So she's making sure that everyone who should be here is here. And if you will need any assistance with unmuting, sharing your screen and similar things, just ask her. And now let's go to the jury. So our first jury member is Ramon Lopez Roldan, Head of Open Innovation at Akbar. Ramon, hello. Could you unmute yourself and say a couple of words about yourself, maybe what you're expecting to see today?
Hello, good morning, or good afternoon. First of all, congratulations to all the startups for being here. I had the chance to take a quick look at the presentations and they are all very interesting. Today, okay, I would like to know a little bit more about you, about your initiative. And also, we also have some questions as a jury, but do not worry. You answer freely. There is no correct answer. It's just so you need to explain your initiative the best you can, and that's all. And from my side, I'm head of open innovation at Akbar. At Akbar, if you don't know, it is the national brand in Spain for Suez. You may know Suez. That is a global company in the management of resources, water resources and waste, mainly. And well, I think that's all. So thank you for the invitation to be here.
Thank you, Ramon. Thank you for joining. So our next jury member is Erika Tavares, Executive Director at Econgola. Hello.
Hi, hello everyone. I'm really excited for this semi-final and final for the ClimateLaunchpad. I'm the Executive Director of Econgola, which is a non-governmental organization for environmental conservation, education, and sustainability projects in Angola. So if I don't know if most of you know where Angola is, but it's in Southwest Africa. And I'm really just excited to hear and see all of the pitches, I mean the final pitches, and do our best to also, you know, help or contribute in some way to see the first 3 places. And at the same time, you know, we don't want you to stop doing what you're doing. Even Econgola is also pitching and doing all of these. So I'm hoping that we will all continue growing together. So thank you.
Thank you, Erika. It's very nice to have you. And let's move on to our third jury member. It's Haneen Shaneen, Program Manager at British Embassy in Cairo. So hello.
Hi, everyone. It's a pleasure being with you. And thank you all for being amazing and having brilliant ideas, and for the Climate Launchpad for organizing and bringing all those brilliant minds together. I'm the head of the social engagement and environmental projects at the British Embassy. I'm overseeing the UK fund that is spent on environmental projects and social and civic engagement between the Egyptian youth and the UK government in Egypt. And I'm so interested in environment and in supporting environmental entrepreneurs. Been working in that field for like more than 10 years now. So I hope I can support all of you, and whoever wants to pass by Egypt, please buzz me. I'm a really good host, and hope that you can work with Egyptian environmentalists very soon, because we are betting to host COP next year. So I would love to see most of you here in Egypt next year, inshallah.
Thank you, Henin. Thank you, everyone. It's really great to have such a high-level, competent jury. So I am expecting some interesting questions. And for the participants, as you can see, the jury members are very nice people. So do not get scared, do not stress out, everything will be okay. Okay, so let's move on. So today we will see a total of 8 great teams working on really promising urban solutions. So once again, the lineup looks like this. The first go, SMDPower Solutions, then SEELabs, Mudatuga, REEDuce, Carbon Neutral, SolarView, Zero Waste Moz, and G-Tellus. So I hope you are excited, because I am. I wish you all the best of luck, because we really need your help in fixing climate change. And jury, I hope you're ready. Do you have your scorecards open? Are you ready to listen and evaluate the teams? Yeah, I see thumbs up. I see smiling faces. So may the odds be ever in your favor and let the games begin. So let's give a big round of virtual and probably silent applause for the first team, SMDPower Solutions. And let's watch their pitch.
Hello everyone, I am Saloni Pairaikar from SMDP Solutions. Air conditioners have become a necessity due to increasing temperatures and the need for suitable working conditions. AC units in most establishments like corporate offices, banks and hotels work for a minimum of 10 hours a day. In their present inefficient state of working, it wastes a huge amount of electricity and accounts for about 70% of utility costs, thereby adding to the high cost of monthly utility bills. With IAC, you save up to 50% of electricity, which was otherwise getting wasted in adding more heat in the atmosphere to cool your room. Our deal for you as an air conditioner user is that we install IAC for you at no cost. We reduce your AC's electricity consumption and thus your costs, and you in turn part with a small portion of your savings monthly as our hardware as a service charges. Our focus is currently on establishing business in India. As per the RMI study published in August 2020, around 40 million ACs were working actively at the time. Our beachhead market is Mumbai, where it is estimated that about 1.5 million ACs are in use. We intend to achieve a target of 0.2 million installations of the IAC in the next 30 months and 4 million in the next 5 years. To our customers, our value proposition is that they will save a minimum of 40% of annual costs to achieve ambient temperatures in their space. Along with monetary savings, they get to operate the ACs via their mobile remotely. Well-maintained clean air to breathe and minimum human intervention to operate the system at no additional cost. IAC, which is an IoT device wired to your AC, works by bypassing the AC's regular control unit and using artificial intelligence for its efficient functioning. As compared to other options, with IAC you do not need to make the investment of changing your present AC. It works much better than any retrofit for remote operation, and with AI, the efficiency of the device keeps increasing over time, and consequently, the need for manual servicing is reduced. Before we started working on IAC, we approached a few resorts, software units, and other establishments using ACs for long durations. We learned through them that ACs do not get replaced for a minimum of 6 years. Users don't get regular maintenance service, and establishments find the capital expenditure to be quite high compared to the operating expenditure that they have to bear. Hardware as a service being the nature of our business, with customer life of 6 years and the cost to deliver per month at a mere $5, our cost to sell is very low. Considering 13% of our beachhead market, we are expecting to earn a profit of 13 million per year, which is possible because of the high and rapid scalability that IAC being an IoT device allows. We will also retain a higher life cycle because in our revenue model, our customer is essentially not paying anything extra. With India specific to starting our business, our thermal power base is near to 72% of our power generation capacity. 1 kilowatt hour is equivalent to about 0.7 kg of CO2 generated, and installing IAC in just 50% of our beachhead market, that is 0.1 million ACs, we will be saving 16 million kilowatt hour per month, which accounts to savings of 11.6 K metric tons of CO2 per month. This will have a direct impact on reducing the effect of climate change and an indirect effect on global warming by reducing the heat generated outside buildings, especially during the summer. The peak load distribution will also ease out, thus helping our decentralized solar plants with balanced load. We are a mix of experienced and young professionals in the lead team, and our dream is to develop our R&D center specialized in data analytics with IoT for energy efficiency applications. To grow our business to earn $1 billion in our 5th year of operation by making waste to value in hardware as a service with IAC. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for the team SMDPower Solutions. That was a great presentation. So I can see we have a Vishwash with us. Hello.
Hi. Hi.
How does it feel to be the first one today?
Exciting.
Good. Good to hear. So are you ready for the questions?
Yes, of course.
Okay, so I will stop sharing my screen so you could see everyone better. Yeah, that's better. And your 5 minutes start now. Please, Jury.
I have a question, if you don't mind for me to start. I wonder how you are going to reach your customers. Like, so basically you are targeting ordinary people who are having ACs in their homes. How you are reaching them, pitching their ideas, or I understand wrong?
We are targeting enterprises more than home or business houses who are working with ACs. And we start one city at a time. We are starting with Mumbai. So it is a small circle surrounding areas we will approach. And of course, social media is there to reach us out directly. So we will start one city at a go and replicate the same model across next cities. So they're on spreading out number of cities at a time. This is our plan to establish further.
Hello, and I'm going to ask a question myself. Congratulations for the presentation. Very interesting initiative. The climate change impact, there's no need to ask about. It's very clear. And the business model is very, very interesting, that you take a part of the savings, not not having a direct revenue for selling the equipment, but just a part of the savings. I think is very, very interesting, especially for enterprises that may not do the investment at the moment. But my question is more about the scalability. You said that the scalability was high, but what I don't really understand, so you're producing the IoT devices yourself. So do you have your own factories? Because I think this can be a limitation to a rapid scalability.
Yes, of course. I mean, at least today's date, it is slightly difficult. The basic plan with us, Roman, is we will outsource it. And in India, we have many places where we can outsource our design and get the things done. And it depends. I mean, as per our order requirement, we can scale up the manufacturing as well through the outsource.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. More questions? Yes, Erica.
I wanted to ask, I don't know, I had my internet cutting a little bit, but from what I understood, this doesn't have maintenance from what I've heard, or like it's very low maintenance, and it would take at least 6 years, right, for you to need to buy a new one. Did I understand well?
No. What Erica, what happens is when you buy an air conditioner, you don't replace it the next year for whatsoever reason. Usually you have, on an average, what we have observed is as a user, AC user, we retain it for 6 years, almost minimum. That's the lifespan we stay with a single AC. And with IAC, our solution for power efficiency, energy efficiency, we offer you free of cost, as in no initial charges. We save your electricity consumption on that AC, and we collect a share of the savings from your side as a charges, monthly charges, hardware as a service charges. Along with this, what we offer you is we offer you free maintenance, like regular servicing, dusting, or wet cleaning at no additional cost. That all the costs are involved with the savings which we are collecting from you. And you breathe fresh air, you save your money, and give us a chance to be with you for a long period. That's our business model. You are happy, we are happy to serve you more. And what happens is with our algorithm, it is all about artificial intelligence we involve with, and cloud software based activity. The scalability is little faster, as we see, in the sense the more customers we can accommodate, more customers in a faster way. Like Raman had a perfect query, how do we manufacture it? We will presently outsource it to get it faster with multiple manufacturers who are getting it, and we can scale it in a faster way. The aim is to reach faster, have a bigger base the earliest, and give you best saving.
Thank you, Vishwas.
Perfect timing.
Perfect timing. That's 5 minutes.
Perfect.
So thank you. Thank you, Jury. Great questions. And thank you, Vishwas. Yeah, thank you for joining us.
Thanks.
So I'm sharing my screen again. And let's move on. So the next startup on our virtual stage is SEELabs. Let's watch them.
Hi everyone, I am Nandita Sirigiri and I represent SEELabs, Smart Eco-Energy Labs. We all are witnessing lithium-ion battery technology in our electric cars. But in developing countries as India, where I come from, I was surprised to see that most of the light vehicles, which are major mode of transportation, are still running by burning fossil fuels, a major contributor to climate change. One of the main reasons is that an average middle-class person cannot afford a light electric vehicle because they are expensive. On the other hand, lots of used lithium-ion batteries from electric cars are being dumped into landfill with much more capacity left in them. As scientists, we aim to convert these used lithium-ion batteries into efficient repurposed batteries for light vehicles. This is our primary vision at SEELabs in making light electric vehicles affordable. At SEELabs, we collect the used electric car batteries from our suppliers, work towards producing efficient, profitable repurposed batteries, and provide these to light vehicle manufacturers, helping them in transition from fuel-based to light electric vehicles. The light vehicle manufacturers will definitely get a considerable profit by our affordable and eco-energy repurposed batteries, thus making profit for our suppliers as well as light vehicle manufacturing customers. Our primary beachhead market is India. The Indian light vehicle market is the third largest market in the world with the sales of over 2 million units in 2020. Since the 20th century, India has been heavily dependent on fossil fuels. However, India has been giving more attention towards clean energy transition and has set a goal of having clean energy account for 60% by 2030. At SEELabs, we save the used electric car batteries from our suppliers from being dumped into landfill towards repurposed batteries. Our suppliers can earn a profit of $50 per battery unit that is repurposed. On the other hand, with our C batteries, the light vehicle manufacturing customers can save up to $700 per vehicle than regular fuel-based engines. This helps in about 45% reduction in cost per vehicle. Our product C batteries are smart, sustainable, and environmental friendly. The raw materials are recovered batteries at end of their first life. With our efficient battery expertise, along with advanced artificial intelligence technology, we work on disassembly of used battery systems, system screening, repair, and assembling them into new configuration, thus providing repurposed, ready-to-use battery technology to our light vehicle manufacturing customers. We mainly interviewed the light vehicle manufacturers based in India. We wanted to know how manufacturers refer to clean energy transition in order to meet the renewable energy target and which budget is available for making this change. After preliminary discussion with experts working in the battery field, we have learned that used battery transport regulations and cost is something that we need to consider. We are planning to target 20% of our beachhead market, which is nearly 20 light vehicle manufacturing companies. We expect the profit of about 2.2 million Australian dollars per year. Our main key drivers are market, as in customers, market share, and cost of the product. Electric vehicles are responsible for considerably lowering the carbon dioxide emissions over their lifetime than internal combustion engine vehicles. Our product can help in reducing up to 15% of the overall carbon dioxide emissions. As a result, 1.5 million tons of carbon dioxide in India can be saved. To be able to do this project, we are an amazing team of 4, myself, Ms. Sneha, Dr. Kalani, and Mr. Moshtaba, aiming to produce efficient repurposed batteries towards affordable light electric vehicles, hence mitigating climate change by reducing pollutants. We also aim to achieve 10 million Australian dollars in 5 years. But what we want the most is to help at least 80% of the people where there is an intense demand for safe, high-performance, affordable batteries for light electric vehicles. We thank you for giving us this opportunity.
Thank you, SEELabs. Thank you, great presentation. And I can see that we have a full team here. So hello.
Hello.
Hey. Hi, it's nice to see you all. So are you ready for the questions?
Yes, we are.
Good. Jury, are you ready? Yeah, I see nodding faces. Okay, so I'm stopping sharing. And please, your 5 minutes starts now. Ramon,
Hello,
please.
do I start? Yeah. Okay. Now, thank you for the presentation and the initiative. It's very interesting for me to avoid those batteries, going into the landfill and to give them a second life. And I think that's a very interesting proposal. My question is, well, more than a question, it's just like a thought. For example, the traditional producers of batteries, for example, new batteries, do you consider them as competitors or as collaborators?
Sorry, could you repeat the question?
Yeah, the question is about the producers of batteries, of new batteries. Right. Yes, in your case, is a competition for you to reach the client or can become a collaborator? How do you see them?
We certainly see them as a collaborator because as per our customer research, we have talked to a lot of electric vehicle companies who are already producing electric vehicles, light electric vehicles. But the major problem is the affordability of light electric vehicles, which they are working, tackling the issue in the market. That's where we fit in, providing affordable electric vehicles with our repurposed batteries that can profit the electric vehicle manufacturers, converting them towards e-mobility, as well as for the normal people who can afford these electric vehicles and reduce the pollution. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you for the great presentation. Yeah, I do. Erica, you want? You have a question? I will ask quickly. So, what is the lifespan of your batteries, or and how you are? What's your plans for the expansion? These are my two questions.
Well, as of now, we are testing our prototype, our level of technologies at level 3, where we are testing our prototype in our battery facilities here in our research team. Initially, we are staged in Australia, where we have battery testing facilities. And after we established ready to go technology, then we are aiming to plan to have a site in India where we can provide the batteries for the electric vehicle manufacturers.
Okay, thank you. Erica, are you here? I know that Erica had some
Yes,
trouble.
I am. My internet. Yes, I don't have any questions. The question I had actually was already answered. Thank you.
Great. We have extra 2 minutes, so Haneen, please.
I have another one. So you are bringing the batteries from Australia as the prototype phase, and then you're going to manufacture it in India, or it's going to be in Australia all the way along, and we are going to have that as extra emissions and extra cost?
Well, according to our business model study, the feasible idea is to start our first site in Australia, because this is where we have our most of the research team, and we have the battery testing facility as well, which will reduce the cost when we start our research here. And then after establishing our product, we are aiming with the acquired capital of our products, we are aiming to start another site in India. That is, according to our research, is the feasible model.
Okay, thank you. Maybe Ramon, you have extra question? We have 1 minute left.
No extra question. Well, no. I was thinking in my first question and the previous answer. No, that I was yes, I was imagining the producer of batteries just to sell your batteries, so they can sell. No, it's just an idea. The producer of battery can have like 2 products: new batteries and reused batteries. Maybe they can be a channel for you to commercialization. I was thinking about this idea.
Yes, you're quite right, Mr. Lopez, because as I said before, the electric vehicles as of now that the manufacturers are selling in India are very costly because of the new batteries that they put in the batteries. So that's where we are trying to reduce the cost of the entire vehicle by providing the repurposed batteries. That's our main vision of SEELabs.
Okay, thank you. And the time is up. So that's the beauty of Q&A with a nice jury. You not only get questions, you get some ideas as well.
Thank you so much for the jury.
Thank you, SEELabs. Thank you. It was great to see you.
Thank you.
So, jury, do you need an extra minute to write your scores, or can we move on? Okay, I can see. Yeah, let's move on then.
Yeah.
So, the next startup on our stage is Mudatuga. Let's watch their pitch.
Did you know that in Portugal, 60% of urban waste still goes to landfills? That needs to change because of the new European Directive on Waste. My name is Carolina and I'm the CEO of Mudatuga. Our mission is to transform regular people into composting ninjas. After 1 year of working with composting awareness, having taught thousands of people, we are now launching our very own compost bin, Compostuga. If you're someone who worries about the environment and wants to make a difference, you can use our help to save your food scraps from going to waste. We offer our customers a bokashi bin for only 45 euros per unit. Bokashi is a fermentation process that enhances bio-waste's composting efficiency. With our product, you'll be able to treat and store your bio-waste even if you live in a small studio. Our beachhead market consists of urban Southern European customers with a sustainable lifestyle, and this segment is worth over 800 million euros. We aim to expand to a broader sustainability-oriented market in Western Europe, where home composting is already popular, and this market is worth over 1 billion euros. In the European Union, that same sustainability market is worth over 3 billion euros. Why should you have a bokashi bin at home though? Because you have been sending over 200 kilograms of bio-waste per year to landfills, and you could make a difference for the environment. With Compostuga, you'll be able to compost 90% of your home's bio-waste. After 5 years of use, you have saved from landfills over 1 ton of organic waste. If you're feeling anxious about composting, don't worry. Mudatuga gives you more than just a compost bin. You get a full experience with our learning platform, our Changemakers network, ebooks, workshops, and be part of the Composting Ninjas community. Let's now talk about Compostuga. It is a bokashi fermentation bin, 100% made from upcycled materials. It also never becomes waste itself because it can easily be transformed into flooring if it ever breaks. The biggest innovation relies on the material, a biocomposite made from mixed recycled plastic and cork waste. It couldn't be more Portuguese than that. Once you get your Compostuga, access our online platform and sustainability knowledge hub. You won't go on this journey alone. In our customer discovery phase, we came with the assumptions that people lacked knowledge about bio-waste issues, were indifferent about landfills, and they had no space for composting. Through interviews, we discovered that there is a growing awareness about bio-waste and composting. Most people are unsatisfied with the current waste management system, and although they do live in small apartments, they have enough space for bokashi composting at home. We aim to reach a profit of over 30 million euros per year in the first 5 years. Since there is much progress to be made in home composting in our beachhead market, we aim to get a 30% market share. Our main key drivers were the market share and the cost of production. The costs can be decreased by scaling up the production. Our strategy to get a good market share is to keep growing our Changemakers community and getting people involved with our brand, expanding our communication and hub to other languages as well. When our customers stop sending their bio-waste to regular waste collection and integrate their compost into the soil, they reduce their waste's CO2 equivalent emissions by 105%. That happens because home composting combined with agriculture avoids but also captures CO2 equivalents from the atmosphere. With 30% of our beachhead market alone in 5 years, that translates into avoiding the emission of over 6 million tons of CO2 equivalents. Plus, by integrating the compost into the soil in agriculture, we can sequestrate over 400,000 other tons of CO2 equivalents. Mudatuga's co-founders are an all-female powerhouse with diverse academic and professional backgrounds. We have been working for the past year and accomplished a lot of milestones. Our dream is to transform everyone into composting ninjas, and by 2024 we expect to be in 30% of European homes, and by 2030 a broader expansion and no more bio-waste going to landfills in Europe.
Okay, thank you, Mudatuga. Great presentation as well. And I can see that we have Carolina here. Hello.
Hello all, good morning.
How have you been since the European final?
Really happy and also working really hard.
Good, good, that's nice. Have some fun, but work hard. Yeah, so are you ready for the questions?
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay, so your 5 minutes start now. So who would like to go first?
Yeah. Okay, so I will start again. Sorry. Yes. Hello, Carolina. Very interesting, this initiative to change this paradigm now. People doing their own compost at home. I find it very interesting, but I have two questions, yes, to convince people, no, at home, why should they buy this bin? One is about the channel to sell the products. Are you going? Which is going to be your channel just to reach people as a communication channel and also to sell the product? And the other one is for the people who is in this composting, but they don't have a garden, for example, or do you offer them the option to take the compost away and sell it to, or give it to another user?
Okay, great questions. They are really what I wanted to talk about. So the first question is that Mudatuga is already a company and we already resell other compost bins. So we do already sell bokashi from a competitor and we also sell worm farms. So we already have sales channels. Also, we have different partnerships with zero waste stores in Portugal, and they already know that we are building our own compost bin now, and they want to sell our product as well. So we think we have an advantage there because we know our clients, we are in contact with them, and we have like this great reach through our Instagram that we have been working on for over a year. About the second question, we already have a pilot network in our website, and this is the change makers I said we have in our website. So if you go there and you register, there is a map where people who don't have gardens can donate their compost. So this is one of the things they can do. They already can exchange worms and even like dried leaves. They can exchange everything there. And we think that this community is going to make a big difference. Another thing is that even if people don't have a garden, because of the pay-as-you-throw system, they are going to save a lot of money in waste taxes if they compost at home, or at least if they do the bokashi first, and then they give away the separate organic waste, they have a reduction in volume of 25%. So they also are going to save money with that. And now the third thing we are doing is that we are trying to convince the municipalities that if they are going to do the separate collection, they should try to incentivize the people to do the bokashi at home and then picking up the bio-waste from people's houses. So even if you have a separate bio-waste collection in your city, I think it's really good if you do the bokashi first, also because you increase the kinds of bio-waste you can put in the bin. So you can compost meat and you can compost fish if you first treat with anaerobic fermentation with bokashi bran.
Okay, thank you. Next question.
Thank you, Ramon. You asked my question somehow. My question is 45 euros, how it is as a price for a pen and comparing to other composting pens, because like I know I'm converting into British pounds. This is a lot of money because when I used to live in UK, it's like I have my composting pen and the guy come and collect the compost because I used to live in a studio. So it all cost me around, like it cost me around like £9, and the guy I'm giving is like around £5 per month. So it's nothing comparing to 45 pounds, 45 euros, and the lifespan of that product. So I want to know where it stands on the price terms from other pens and its lifespan.
It's a really good question. So our competitor now in Europe is a company from Slovenia, and they sell for over 50 euros in Portugal and also in Europe in general. So this is the first thing. We want to keep our price lower. It is a little bit expensive, yes, but the idea is that people can have it for a long time. So what we are doing right now is we are testing 3 different kinds of polymers that go with the cork residues to see which one of them is more resistant. So we want to guarantee that our product has at least a 10 years guarantee. So it's not going to break.
Thank you, Carolina. Thank you. The time is up.
Okay.
I think that was more than enough.
Thank you.
Yeah, so
thank you.
Thank you for joining us. Jury, are you ready to move on? Okay, let's move on then. So the next startup on our virtual stage is team named REEDuce. So let's watch it.
Did you know that more than 100 million people in Europe suffer from constant noise from street traffic, which causes stress, illness, but also premature deaths? Well, what is even worse is that this is the reason why we built many of these walls, called noise barriers. On the one hand, noise barriers protect us from noise. On the other hand, all of them create many environmental problems, such as climate change and hazardous waste. Hi, I'm Birgit, and I have good news for you. With REEDuce, we are gonna change that. We have developed the first ecological noise barrier system, which we sell to regional governments as our beachhead market at a price of 120 euros per square meter. We chose regional streets as our beachhead market because regional governments have the legal obligation to build noise barriers. There is a single buyer and they have a budget for that. We will enter that 30 million euros market in next year. Next, we will look into other market segments in Austria, namely highways, railways, airports, businesses, and private customers, equaling to another 60 million euros market volume. Ultimately, in the rest of Europe, more than 5 million square meters of noise barriers are built every year. That's where we want to go. Our system is competitive in purchasing price with all the other products on the market, namely wood concrete, aluminium, chemically impregnated wood, and transparent walls, even more when looking at the whole life cycle costs. However, REEDuce offers even more. It is made from renewable materials only, does not create any hazardous and expensive waste at the end of its lifetime. It serves as a carbon sink and also as an insect hotel and increases biodiversity. In the long run, it also solves a reed problem at European lakes. Our technology consists of reed, thermowood, and clay only. We know that this works as we have a pilot wall installed since 2008 next to a highway. Now we have improved this technology, we have patented it, and we are on the best way to be conform with all the high norms and standards needed on public streets. Looking at our financials, we are aiming to achieve a market share of 50% in 2026 in our beachhead market, equaling to a profit of 4.5 million euros in 2026. Our key drivers for that are the number of sales and also low production costs, thanks to the materials we use. In our 21 customer interviews, we learned that first of all, sustainable noise barriers are needed. However, ecological solutions have failed so far because of too high purchasing prices, high maintenance costs due to greening, and non-conformity with norms and standards. We have also learned that with REEDuce, we are on the best way to make this better. We are price competitive and our product is conform with the norms and standards on the market. Looking at the climate impact of all the other products on the market, you can see that only chemically impregnated wood has the potential of actually saving CO2. However, this material is toxic due to its chemical impregnation. With REEDuce, we can actually save 60 kilograms of CO2 per square meter. This equals to a sum of 12,000 tons of CO2 saved in 2026 at a 50% market share in our beachhead, equaling the emissions of 1,800 Europeans. And this is us. I'm Birgit, the CEO of REEDuce, and together with Christina, our sustainability officer, and Max, our technical research partner, we have a dream. We want to reduce noise and environmental problems at the same time. We want to achieve a 50% market share in our beachhead and reduce CO2 emissions, as stated, in 2026. And ultimately, we want to start a sustainable noise barrier revolution, which we call in German die Lärmschutzwende. Thank you.
Thank you, REEDuce. Great presentation, and hello, Birgit.
Hi, everyone.
It's nice to see you. How are you doing today?
Fine, a bit excited.
Nice, good to hear. So, are you ready for the Q&A session?
Yes, let's start.
Okay, so your 5 minutes start now.
Yeah, can I start?
Sure.
Hi, Bridget. I really liked REEDuce, and congratulations for the presentation. And I would like to ask, from what I heard, you said you have one pilot wall, and I would like to ask where and for how long has it been there? And also, what about maintaining it? Because since it's something with bioproducts, like how is the maintenance done with rain and even biodiversity as well? Please.
Mm-hmm. So the pilot wall was installed in 2008 next to a highway near to Vienna in Austria. And it's still standing today. So you can actually go on the highway, drive by and see that it's perfectly intact up to today, which is actually also the reason why I rediscovered this research project again, which was started in the early 2000s and somehow forgotten. It was actually a big EU-funded research project in the early 2000s. But at that time, the time was just too early. The market was not ready for that yet. So yeah, and I rediscovered that project now and improve the technology which is standing there. But yeah, as you also mentioned, maintenance costs, it does not have any maintenance. The wall, it's still perfectly intact today. And it's also conformed with the norms and standards on the street, meaning that it has to last at least 20 years or more. So we will see how long it will last. But for now, it's even better intact than the wood concrete wall, which was built at the same time next to it. So
Thank you.
Okay, who would like to go next? Ramon?
Yeah, okay. Well, I had also the same question as Erika, because I was curious about the maintenance, because for me it was hard to believe that an alternative can be competitive to a concrete wall. We know that concrete walls are very ugly and the landscape has a very high impact on the landscape, but it was just hard for me for me it's perfect. So I was curious because you said that your customers had this need of finding ecological alternatives. I would like to also, if you can explain a little bit about that. Is something that I don't know, the governments are asking about? Is something that the construction companies by their own, they want to change and be more ecological? What is the main incentive for them?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So first of all, maybe also adding to the whole maintenance topic, what we found is also that the reed basically is really a wonder material. So it's actually, you don't have to treat reed at all with like, I don't know, putting some chemicals on it. And also the thermal wood, both of these materials are so long lasting, and reed is also even used for roofing, if you have seen that before. You can put reed on roofs and make roofs out of that, which is some kind of traditional way. So it's very long lasting. And according to the governments, of course, they have been looking for sustainable alternatives, because especially now, they can also feel the pressure when they have to replace old noise barriers. They see that it's also expensive to actually get rid of all that hazardous waste that the walls are creating. So it's a big cost factor. And also, of course, the society also asks for that. That governments have to be more sustainable, have to look at the climate, have to look at hazardous waste that they create, and so on.
Thank you. We have time for one more short question. Do you have any? Probably not.
I have
So,
one.
Yeah, go, please.
Yeah. I have just one more question concerning also the strength of the wall, because it will be, for example, in highways, and sometimes there are accidents. Have there been any trials about, is it something that would feed actually highways? And what about security? Is it something that would break easily and then fall on top of the cars? Like how, what's your—
In one sentence.
Yeah. Yes, that's also part of the norms and standards needed on the street. So that has already been tested before the pilot was actually built in 2008. So
Okay, that's a good answer. Good with that. So thank you, Bridget. It was very nice to talk to you.
Thank
and
you.
good luck in your future work.
Thank you.
Okay, so let's move on. We are halfway there, 4 teams to go. And the next team is carbon neutral. So virtual applause and let's watch.
Small island developing states are the most vulnerable and first to feel the effects of climate change. Isn't it only fair that we provide the solutions to save the world and profit from it, rather than wait to be rescued? Good day, I'm Demani Thomas, founder and CEO of the Carbon Neutral Initiative, the climate crisis professionals founded to tackle global environmental issues and help other countries reach their sustainable development goals through the creation of climate resilient technologies. Now allow me to introduce you to the carbon attack filter. We sell biodegradable carbon capture filters to vehicle owners for $40 US. The transport sector is the largest contributor to greenhouse emissions, causing climate change and air pollution. Have you ever noticed the difference in air quality in the mornings before commuting hours as opposed to after? Imagine a world where we could have that fresh air all hours of the day, and not just before everyone else starts moving. Now, in our beachhead market, we have 600,000 potential customers at a $19 million market valuation. The US market with over 108 million passenger cars with a $2.8 billion market valuation, and worldwide 1.3 billion vehicles with a $40 billion market valuation. The carbon attack filter reduces emissions by 75% and increases the car's performance by preventing backlogging of exhaust, giving you more mileage. Other technologies of filter are twice as expensive, yet are single use. Our filter have much more applications, such as being upcyclable. With our filter, you will be carbon compliant, and you will be able to drive your vehicle as governments seek to decarbonize transportation, so you won't need to buy an expensive electric vehicle. Without our filter, your vehicle lets out all the exhaust into the air, causing respiratory problems, which claims 4 million lives a year and cause many more to suffer. You know the age-old saying, prevention is better than cure. Our product is made from biodegradable essential minerals and is readily compostable. The carbon attack filter is a biodegradable carbon capture filter designed specifically for vehicles. After capture, the waste from this cartridge has value and can be used to rehabilitate acidic or dying soil, improving soil for agriculture or reforestation. In our prototype, we accounted for efficiency, user-friendliness, and using smart engineering, maximizing design aesthetics by making it compact without compromising functionality. Now, how does it work? It's easily retrofitted. The carbon attack traps hazardous carbon oxides, nitrous oxides, sulfur, and lead to lower adverse effects to public and environmental health by trapping these greenhouse gases before they get into the air. Now, after that, we collect the waste from the used filter and add it to the soil as organic fertilizer in a revolutionary application of a carbon circular economy, using the waste as a valuable resource. Now, we have done surveys with over 220 respondents and interviewed up to 20 taxi drivers. We asked their views and thoughts on the filter. We asked if they have struggled with exhaust emissions and the price they're willing to pay, and their thoughts on air quality regulation. We found that most interviews have been triggered by exhaust in some way, and they're willing to pay more than the expected price. And the Gen Z and millennial generation are serious about climate actions, and they believe that the governments should do more about air pollution. Our product is cheap to produce, with a 300% profit per unit sold, being that all resources are locally sourced, in abundance and of high quality. We seek to secure $4.4 million US in profits per year in our 5th year, with 20% of the beachhead market. Our key drivers are product costs, raw material costs, and number of customers, and we have 2 other revenue streams. The transport sector is responsible for 8 billion tons of carbon each year, which accounts for 29% of total carbon emissions, making it the largest contributor. The average car emits about 4.6 tons of carbon annually. With the carbon attack filter fitted, we can bring this number down to 1.4 tons a year, which translates to about 3 billion tons of carbon a year removed. Within our beachhead market, we can save over 2 million tons in emissions each year and put those harmful chemicals somewhere that it is needed as nutrients in the soil. Now, under the Paris Agreement, nations aim to keep global warming at 1.5 degrees, but with current climate commitments, temperatures can expect to raise more than 3 degrees this century, leaving families, homes, and civilizations devastated. In fact, we have already exceeded 1.2 degrees. The carbon attack filter aims to mitigate this. Now meet the team. Myself, Damani Thomas, founder, inventor, and CEO, with 6 years experience in research. Our COO, Valentina Nicholson, who majors in communication, business, and also responsible for secretary competencies and public relations. And finally, our computer genius, Vaden Denton, who is our model developer and web developer. We dream to earn $4 million in 5 years, develop Jamaica to a more sustainable nation, and replant forestlands damaged by mining operations. I thank you.
Thank you, carbon neutral. And I can see that we have Damani here. Hello.
I would like to share.
Okay.
I have a few extra slides I would like to share.
Sure. I will ask Lottie maybe a minute, and she will make you
Yes, I will
co-host.
make you co-host. 1 second.
Yes, I can see
You
that you're a
should be
co-host.
able to share now.
Yep, that's great. So jury, if you're ready, if the man is ready, the 5 minutes start now. So who would like to go first? Everyone's putting on their serious faces. Ramon?
Yes, I'm trying to.
Or Erica? Yeah,
No,
please.
go,
Please.
Ramon.
Erika, go on, please.
I was just going to say that I'm trying to put the question that I have. It's a bit tricky in my head, so I'm trying to put the question, but it's mostly about, you know, what. So let's say that you put the filter in your car, in your filtering system. Usually, it has also some residuals like oil and other things that can pollute even the filter in itself. But I saw something with acid that you add to. I was just like for you to just briefly explain how that process works. Imagine I take out the filter, like, can I just compost it? Probably not. Like, how does that work?
All right, so we have accounted for that. There is actually a little capturing mechanism for that. That we will. It's normally what we realize during testing is normally a little bit of oil. So we have accounted for it that we set aside a little capturing unit to not let the oil get in contact with the filter, the cartridge.
Okay. Is it clear, Erica? Do you have something to add up?
Yes, but like, so people would have to give it back to you, so that happens?
Can you repeat the question?
So if there are residuals, we would have to give it back to you? Like let's say I'm a client, I buy it, I use it, and then after that, like you would have places where I could give back the filter?
Yes, as in what the business model is that we sell a filter and we, through the carbon capturing, after the cartridge is used up, we will buy it back. So it's like a recycling, it's like a recycling market open up also. So we will collect back the waste, and it is applicable to soil. So we will use it to improve soil health for agriculture or reforestation, to which we are partnering with the forestry department and the mining companies to rehabilitate land that they have damaged through their mining operations, using the carbon attack filter for soil use. And we're also partnering with a bee sanctuary that will also bring up the biodiversity of the forest accelerate the development of the forest through the pollination of the bees.
Thank you.
Okay, Ramon, you had a question.
Yes, I was thinking about the users, no, that car owners that wants to buy your product. Some of them, of course, you have mentioned they are environmentally concerned and they will do it because they feel they need to do it, not to protect the environment. But for the other ones who don't have this motivation, have you thought in any kind of incentive, for example, talking to governments to propose a reduction on taxes on pollution, or do you think that can be a popular measure so you can grow your market? So have you talked to any of government, yes, to a government, yes, to propose a reduction on taxes based on buying your product?
All right, so about that, we have multiple marketing strategies, but to get more customers involved, as I said, this filter also increases the car's performance. A lot of car drivers want more performance in their vehicle. So that is one push to help them come forward. And also another great thing about this innovation is that it gives the common person opportunity to actually take action in climate change, because they are responsible, that way they are responsible for their own carbon footprint. You know, they can do more than just turn off the light when it's not in use or take less showers, because let's be honest, no one really does that. So it put more power in the hands of the collective. But as for the marketing strategy, we have 3 marketing strategies. We have...
Okay, Damani, thank you. The time is up.
All right.
It went quick. Yeah, so thank you. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for sharing your screen. I would like to ask you to stop it. So just press stop sharing somewhere on top. Yeah, thank you. It was nice to talk to you.
Thank you.
Okay, I think we can move on. So let's move on to the next startup, which is called SolarView. So let's see what they are proposing.
Hello, my name is Elon Mashkovich. I'm very happy and excited to be here and present to you SolarView, state-of-the-art solar energy asset management platform. SolarView provides the most efficient way to manage multiple PV systems and optimize their production in the most cost-effective deal, starting from 30 cents euro per 1 kilowatt power. Despite the COVID-19 pandemic, this year we saw 18% growth compared to 2019, and it is projected continuous growth. The need for renewable energies is clear, and so the impact of using clean, stable power of solar energy. We chose our local market as our beachhead market due to massive PV systems installations and the demanding needs of the local market for an efficient tool to help optimize the production of the solar systems. With leading operation and maintenance companies as our design partners, we plan to reach 30% of the local market by the end of 2022. Then we plan to expand to Germany, who is known one of the biggest solar markets in Europe, with rooftop installations as Germany's backbone of solar industry. We plan to reach 20% of the German market. SolarView enables you to optimize your solar energy production by 15%, reduce professional manpower by 30%, increase SLA responses, and manage efficient budget control. It also allows to use your storage wisely and reduce peak demands prices. This outstanding value brought by SolarView SaaS-based platform based on diverse models such as cross-vendor monitoring, real-time insights and alerts, deep analysis, and much more. You are welcome to join to more than 200 systems that has been already connected and using SolarView. In our customer discovery, we have established three main assumptions. We have been talking and interviewing more than 20 operation and maintenance companies and more than 50 large-scale PV system owners. We found out that there is an essential need for one platform that has capabilities of integration with multiple vendors, concentration of all the data in one centralized place, and immediate insights and alerts in order to optimize the performance. And also it is important to have accurate budget control. By the end of 22, and by reaching the target of 30% of the local market, we will have 480 megawatts of connected systems and gain profits of 1.8 million euros that will be growing using main key drivers of future models with additional annual fee and integration of storage systems. The climate impact of our outstanding value is estimated by savings of 76,000 tons of CO2 emissions per year. Our team includes Roy Fadida, leading our product, certified energy supervisor, specializes in consulting on renewable energy projects. Dekeli Yaakov, leading our development with vast experience in building complex products and services from ground up for enterprise organizations, and myself leading the team. Our vision is to become global solar energy asset management, SaaS-based platform, and reach to 250 million euro revenues by the end of 2026. Thank you for listening, and you are welcome to visit our website at solarview.io, book a demo, and contact us.
Okay, thank you, SolarView. And hello, Alon.
Hi.
How are you doing?
Great, thank you. Excited.
Good to hear. So will stop sharing my screen for the jury. So if you're all ready, I'm starting the timer. Let's go.
I can start because I couldn't manage to join. So I have two questions. So what's in for the other companies to go and join the platform? Like what kind of, how you're going to push them to do so? And what's your strategy to enter different markets out of Germany? And whether it's going to happen in the first year or couple of years, or like, are you planning, Aslan, to go outside Germany, or how you're planning the expansion?
Thank you for the question. First of all, I must share with you that the ClimateLaunchpad finals and semifinals brought a lot of traction, and now we're expanding also not in Europe. We have a lot of interest from the United States and from China, India, and much more. So we are looking to expand through a collaboration, strategic collaboration with operation maintenance companies that giving these services to their clients that are PV system owners, municipalities, and each customer that has more than 5 systems and need to monitor and manage these systems. This is the answer to the second question. And the first one, I didn't understand. If you can ask again.
Like why all the suppliers are going to join the platform? What's in for them?
Okay, we started our journey 5 years ago as an energy consultant on renewable energy projects, and one of the main pain points is the ability to manage and monitor dozens of different PV systems. Each PV system has specific portal, if you know SMA or Huawei or you name it. It is very difficult to manage different portals at first. Second, there is a lot of analysis that we're doing from pulling all the data and collaborating our unique models in order to give them accurate insights on malfunctions of the system. And we do not depend on the vendors. And another thing, that there is a need to manage all this life cycle, open tickets, to maintain the equipment health, also to do accurate budget control. And all of this is not enabled in the platform that's supporting the existing portals like SMA and you name it. So we are getting all the data, doing all the BI and AI analysis on our backend and giving the accurate insights in one place easy to use, and very smart.
Okay, thank you. Next question. Please, Roman, go.
Okay, yes, I will.
Hi.
Okay, hi, Alon. Well, I think there is a need, a very important need, no, on this topic of having these platforms for those companies to manage all these PV installations. I think there is a need because they could save a lot of money, no, if they can handle all the data together and manage properly. But at the same time, as there is a high need on that, you have also a lot of competitors, as you know, no?
Yes.
But you are quite ambitious because you want to reach 20% of the German market. So my question is simple to answer, to make, but I think it's hard to answer. How are you going to do that? Because it's a market with a lot of competitors. Which is your advantage?
So we saw all the competitors and we did competitor analysis, deep one. And I can share with you that thanks to the ClimateLaunchpad, we're already negotiating with design partners that manage quite more than 2 gigawatts. And we will reach this target by the end of 2022 locally. And I hope so also out of our country, Israel. The collaboration is between ourselves and operation and maintenance companies and big municipalities that manage a lot of systems and megawatts. So once we will sign and we will deploy this system with our partners, we will reach it. And this is only the first step. After getting the PV systems, we're already working on integration of storage. And here is the how do I say it? It's only the beginning of the integration of storage systems and the impact of this, and the integration of the solar, the energy, the storage, and next other renewables. It's unique to us because we see all the picture in one place. Also the consumption, also the production and the storage in one place. And managing.
Thank you, Alan. That's time up.
Thank you.
I think you answered the question pretty well. Okay, so thank you for joining us. Jury, are you ready to move on? Or would you like to have a minute to write down your scores? I think, yeah, Ramon has freezed for me. No, it's okay. Okay, good. Okay, so let's slowly move on to our next team. It's not many to go. And the next startup on our virtual stage is Zero Waste Moz. So let's see what we are proposing.
Hello, I am Luchwati and I am representing Zero Waste Moz Compost Subscription, a business that started from wanting to witness unhealthy and development in our Mozambican cities. From the solid waste, our capital city, Maputo, generates 70% of biodegradable waste, and it all goes to the landfill or little the cities. We are sure that widespread composting is one of the ways to fight this problem. We started by selling compost kits, but felt discouraged because of the lack of adherence. One day, I was complaining to my best friend because she was not composting, when she jokingly said that if I picked up her waste and composted it for her, she would do it. That got me thinking and figured that to sell compost and for compost to have a large-scale impact, I had to make it more convenient. We are starting with districts dense in population with high acquisition power that will allow us to have a stable first client base and grow and learn from this first market and later expand to others. We bring to our clients different advantages. They received a monthly report informing how much waste they diverted from the landfill, how much is that in CO2 savings. We offered an affordable and convenient solution for composting. We promote a cleaner city and environmental security. Through our points per kilo rewards program, we give vouchers from local businesses that are offered for a set amount of points. This brings clients that are not specially interested in composting. The points can also be converted to fight urban hunger. Included in our subscription is the collection of food waste, its transportation to our composting site, where we turn it into compost soil and give it back to our subscribers. Because not all our subscribers want compost back, we sell the excess amount, and instead to those clients, we give them back potted plants, potted flowers, potted herbs, potted produce like tomatoes, lettuce, etc., or vouchers from our partners. We discovered our customers by interviewing individuals and households, and we're able to come up with unexpected insights. The most surprising thing was that our clients don't need liners for their buckets. We found it surprising because usually people in here don't like to handle organic waste. It was also through customer discovery that we found out what rewards would make the clients want to compost more, and that nearly half of them prefer a drop-off location instead of we picking up the waste. We have many households in our beachhead market, but we are conservative and calculated a 2% market share. Like I said, people are not used to dealing with their waste, and it's still a weird concept to a lot of people. But through our constant education, presence in the market, and shown benefits, we believe this presence will grow. Sending our waste to the landfill, like we know, creates powerful gas emissions, in particulate methane, which contributes to global warming and climate change. Setting waste in fire, which is unfortunately very common in here, both in and outside of the city, also creates environmental and health hazards. So composting is the best solution. It also reduces costs of municipal disposal facilities and prolongs the landfill's lifespan. Our dream is to contribute for a more clean and healthy environment. And to be successful, we want to acquire 250 subscribers by 2023. Thank you for listening. Now let's compost.
Yeah, let's compost. I can see that composting is a hot topic today. So thank you for the presentation. I can see that we have two persons from Zero Waste Moz. So hello.
Hello.
How are you doing today?
Yeah, fine, thank you.
Good, good to hear. So are you ready for the questions? I see some nodding, serious faces, just prepared. Okay, so I'm stopping sharing. And Jury, the time is yours. Who would like to go first? Ramon, please go.
Okay, I will start. Okay, thank you for the presentation. I love those initiatives about composting because I do compost. I don't do compost at home, but I have a separate bin for the organic waste. And my question is, what I didn't understand properly is, are you in charge of all the value chain? So you pick up the waste, you produce the compost, and you deliver the compost to the final users. You're in charge of all this value chain.
Yes, we give the bucket to the process. They organic waste collected, we take it to our composting site, we compost the waste, and we give back composted soil. But because then later we saw that not all our clients want composted soil, we figured that we had to have other incentives. That's why we came up with the vouchers from the stores
the plants, also other plants, and etc. As an incentive for people that don't really like to compost, because there is a lot here in our capital city. People don't know what composting is, and it is just starting. So it is an incentive for people.
Okay, thank you for the answer. And we have some troubles hearing you, so maybe if you could get closer to your microphone, that might be better for the future. But I think, Armand, did you understand the answer?
Yeah, yes, I was able. I had some problems with the sound, but I was able to understand the
Yeah,
answer.
the idea is clear, so it's all right. Yeah, who would like to go next? I think Erica doesn't.
I can go next, but the internet, I'm having an internet problem. That's why I'm not having a camera on. So what differs you from who else in the market? Yani, I didn't understand what is happening actually in the market and what differs you. What's your competitive edge?
Well, we think our difference is the convenience, because also people don't have people don't necessarily the process. People just want to know that they made something positive for the environment and not necessarily do the composting themselves. That's at least what we observe. And that's why we think that the subscription, recomposting for people is the best way for people to.
I think we lost her, right?
Yeah, could you repeat your last sentence?
Yeah.
I think, yeah, you froze.
That's why we think that the subscription is a better way for people to adopt it, because it's more convenient. People don't necessarily have to compost themselves. They can, delegate it to somebody else.
Okay, I think that's clear. We have time for one more quite short question, if you have any. No?
I just add that we have other markets, and we actually sell the surplus compost, and we plan to expand other than our beachhead market from rest of the city and to other of the provinces in our country. We have a B2B market as well. We compost for restaurants, and it has a higher value, and it has a higher business also. And we are working with NGO and the government for composting and composting program in communities in which the soil is nutrient depleted. So yeah.
Okay, great use of time. Thank you. Thank you for joining us. It was great to see you and talk to you.
Thank you.
Okay, let's move to the last team today. Time, as they say, time flies when you're having fun, yeah. So the last but not least on our stage is a startup called G-Tellus.
How effective is social distancing when we live in a slum, yet there's no luxury of space? The urban poor lamented. COVID-19 exposed huge urban inequalities. In Uganda, urbanization is rapidly growing at a rate of 5% per year. Many end up in slums due to lack of affordable, decent housing. We have a housing deficit of 2 million units according to Habitat for Humanity. Ladies and gentlemen, I am Musa Kaule, presenting G-Tellus. We are creating a path to safe and affordable housing that's resilient to climate change, socially inclusive, and technologically advanced through manufacturing durable green bricks. We sell G-bricks to building companies at €0.1 per brick. Our beachhead market is Uganda. Why? The building industry is fast growing and in need of affordable durable construction material to tackle the challenge of housing. The market is huge, valued at 70 million euros with 300 building companies. What's our offer to our customers? Strength-wise, G-bricks are strongest, non-brittle, and can be used to build walls to withstand much loads. We reduce the cost by 0.5 euros in comparison with the cement blocks, making our product affordable for all. Its faster production makes it readily available. The water absorption rate is of concern. For instance, at my place, our dad always complains about the darkness effects of the wall, incurring a lot of cost due to yearly maintenance. But with G-bricks, there shall be no structured darkness effects, thus less or no maintenance needed. Our product is made of clay with modified properties. We're going to use an electric kiln to fire bricks, generating heat energy from solar and grid electricity. The walls of the kiln are highly insulated to prevent any heat losses. During the gradual cooling phase, heat is absorbed and reused in firing other bricks. This saves a lot of energy as firing the following bricks needs less electricity due to the existing heat energy. We are developing a technology to fully monitor and control the temperatures inside the kiln. We shall produce 20,000 bricks in 24 hours. This is an energy efficient, sustainable, and 15 times faster manufacturing process. It's patent pending. In our journey to discover more about the challenges in the building and housing industry, we interviewed 25 construction managers, with our key assumptions tested being quality, affordability, time of production. We learned that clients are in need of a top quality durable product. We noted from one individual that in 1,000 ordinary fired bricks bought, 200 gets spoiled during handling transportation. We come to save their pains. Clients want a product within their budget. Furthermore, there is need of faster production as construction material is on high demand. In our fifth year, we shall attain a profit per year of 3 million euros, selling 60 million bricks to 25% beachhead market, with our key drivers being the cost per product, market share, and the products per deal. In Uganda, 9 in 10 buildings are constructed from fired bricks. Artisans use inefficient rudimentary processes that require excessive wood fuel, resulting in massive environmental destruction. Forests in Uganda are decreasing at a rate of 2% per year. With such a trend, there shall be no more natural forests in Uganda by 2050. But we G-Tellus redefine this future as we use clean energy, cutting 81% carbon dioxide emissions per brick. We save 290 kilotons of carbon dioxide and 3,000 trees from being cut down each year. We comprise an amazing team. I'm Musa, team leader with a background in civil engineering. Sarah is in charge of product development. She's our material scientist. David is in charge of operation, our electrical engineer. Nelson is in charge of machinery, and Hope is in charge of sales and marketing. We dream of safe and affordable houses for all in Uganda by 2030. Attain evaluation of 5 million euros in our fifth year to set up manufacturing plants across Africa and generate over 1 million job opportunities to people. We are G-Tellus, shaping a sustainable future. Thank you.
Thank you, G-Tellus. And hello, Musa.
Hello, I'm happy to be here. Thank you so much.
Great to hear.
I'd like to share. Sorry?
Yeah, please do. I stopped sharing my screen, so you should be able to do it. And while you're on it, please tell us, is it stressful to be the last one?
No, it's not. I've been hearing exciting presentations, and yeah, it's always good to wrap it up.
That's nice.
Just a second.
Sure, it's okay. We have time.
Yeah, so this.
Okay, so if you're ready, I am starting the timer. So your 5 minutes starts now.
Yeah, it's okay. So most of you must be wondering, what's the ordinary process of manufacturing? This is how it is. Let me remove the story. Yeah, whereby the artisans use excessive wood fuel, and in the end, they end up wasting material. So these are the kilns that they use, and it's polluting the environment at a rapid rate. And then furthermore, the bricks that are actually made, we discovered that, yeah, as I stated, in 1,200 get spoiled. So these damaged bricks, they are normally used in backfilling, and this is a waste at the expense of the environment. Then in our tour in one of the slums, discovered that there are people who are still building such houses. And they told us simply they cannot afford the construction material. Yeah, and then discovered in slums, it was one of the reasons why many people were being affected by COVID due to lack of space. You know, you can find very many people in just a small room. Yeah, so that's it. Thank you.
Okay, thank you for the additional information. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, jurors, who would like to start with the questions? Ramon, go.
Okay, I will start myself. Okay, thank you for the presentation. In fact, well, I'm not familiar with the construction sector, but I can think that this is has a quite high impact, your technology, your product. My question is about your innovation, and what is really your innovation? Is in the product itself, in the material, or is in the process of building the blocks? It's something I didn't understand.
Yes, so the innovation is in the production of the bricks, whereby we're going to use that electric kiln that's going to be powered by solar and then the grid electricity. And then during the process of heating up, we reuse that heat during the cooling phase in firing other batches of bricks. So the following batches are going to be fired with less electricity due to the existing electricity. So we are just using energy efficiently to try to maximize on the production of the bricks. Yes. And then
okay, but the material is not new.
The material, in Uganda here, okay, the clay fired bricks and then the soil bricks, but the clay that people normally use is not like normally cleaned, and it can contain some bit of waste, which actually increases the firing temperatures. But for us, we're gonna clean that material, clean the clay, and have it smooth as that we actually maximize on like the efficiency of electricity being used. Yeah.
Understood. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Next question.
I can have the second question. So, are you selling the bricks to the builders or to regular people who are building their own houses? Like, and if you are selling them to the constructors, if it's that the right term, how you convince them to change their old bad habits? What's your strategy?
Yes, thank you so much for that question. So we are selling the bricks to the building industry, the building companies that later on construct for the ordinary people. And then our strategy to make them adapt, because this material, it's art material, it has been used and tested for over time, and we are just going to modify it, as you have seen in the picture that I just recently shared, whereby the bricks are breaking. So we're going to solve their pains of having breakages during transportation, handling, you get. So we're going to have a product which clears all those pains. So in trying to convince them, we are selling a cheaper product, and we are selling just a more durable and stronger product to them. Yeah. And then maybe in comparison to the concrete blocks, since most of the people are shifting there, but still with the clay, since it has very fine particles, there's less water absorption and than the sand itself used in the concrete, you get. So with all these properties of our product, it shall be able to speak for itself. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. We have 15 seconds left, so you can say one more extra sentence.
Yeah, and thank you so much. So, so right now we have identified a place with the clay, with like clay deposits that are in abundance, and then we're gonna try to partner with the ordinary people that are actually in business to try to convince them about technology so that we can partner with them and start this production to make them increase in their sales and everything. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. The time is up. So thank you, Musa, and thank you, G-Tellus, for closing up our pitching session so nicely.
Yeah, thank you so much.
So, yeah, thank you everyone for being part of this Urban Solutions semifinal. So in a second, I will ask our participants to leave and the judges will stay here in this room and discuss and decide the winners. It's going to be tough. I can feel it already. And for the participants, if you would like to talk with the central team of Climate Launchpad, you have an opportunity to do it. So our room boss, Lottie, should put a Zoom link in the chat somewhere soon, and you are able to join another meeting and just chat with the organizers if you would like to. And tomorrow, starting at 9 a.m. Central Eastern European time, you and everyone else will be able to watch your pitches. It will be uploaded on our website, so just go to globalfinal.climatelaunchpad.org, and you will find all pitches there tomorrow. And as mentioned before, the lucky teams will be announced also tomorrow in the afternoon, so do not miss the live stream. And to wrap up, I just want to say that it's not about winning, it's about making an impact. So let's fix climate change one startup at a time. Thank you everyone for joining this session. Have a nice rest of your day and goodbye.
I'm sorry, before you leave, we still have one last final video I want to share with you guys. Thank you all so much for your pitches and your enthusiastic Q&A sessions. I really liked it. And you did all a really great job.
That's it. Great job, teams. You pitched your socks off and the semifinals are now done. Fingers crossed. I wish you could all make it to the grand final, but it's not on me, it's on the jury. The top 2 teams from each topic win access to the grand final. There are 2 wildcards for teams that did not end up in the top 2, but impressed the jury anyway. That makes 16 teams to battle out for the global win, and all top 16 teams get access to the Climate Launchpad Accelerator. You can now relax for a bit, but if you feel restless and want to prepare for the grand final, practice the Q&A part, as the judges in the grand final are even more driven to ask some difficult questions. So that's maybe something you can prepare a little bit more on. You can watch your Q&A from the semifinals tomorrow at 9 CEST online, as we will put all pitches on our global final website. Feel free to share the link with everyone in your network, on your social channels, your family, just everybody. Tomorrow we start at noon CEST, and former Climate Launchpad participants will then share their stories and let you in on their secrets to success, lessons learned, and also mistakes that are made. And of course, we will announce the top 16 teams. Thank you for your great work today. Get some rest, and I'll see you tomorrow.